How did I use the use of media technology in construction and research planning in my evaluation stages? I firstly used my blog for research and planning for my radio drama in order to keep the information and findings I found in order and in a way that I could allow me to access them easily. Using WordPress allowed me to achieve this, as all the information and key pieces of the data that I found I was able to store on the website and keep them in order that I needed them to be in, making it so when it came to the production of the drama and me needing this information, it was easy to access from anywhere. An example of this was the location details of our radio drama and how I needed the information a couple of times during the recording process for two of our main characters and to set the scene for them by using this blog post. As the information was on WordPress, I was able to access the information on my phone and then tell the actors in the studio how we wanted to incorporate this into the drama and how we wanted them to portray the locations of the radio drama through their speech and dialogue. WordPress also was the main area of where all the coursework was posted and put for viewing by teachers and others. I put all my coursework on this website and was able to order and categorise each blog post in order to make findings and viewings of the post easier and more accessible to me and others. Then it came to the research and planning when I needed the internet. The use of internet was huge in the research and planning stages of our drama. For example, firstly, this was how we researched and looked into already existing radio dramas and ideas in which we could use for our own radio drama. This is where I looked into the conventions which are shown in my first evaluation question, and to see which one to use and which one not to use to make our drama as authentic and unique as possible. I researched by looking through already existing dramas and media teachers' prezzies for conventions, and for the drama idea itself, I went on YouTube and listened to already existing dramas and films in our genre and class to see the good and bad areas for thrillers. We also used a website called SurveyMonkey, which is a survey website that I used in order to find out the views of our target audience and what the views should be for the radio drama and what shouldn't. To get the widest reach of answers for the survey, I put it on social media, for example Facebook and Twitter, which allowed me and my followers and my friends to answer the survey, a method that collected a variety of answers for opinions and views on the radio drama. I also asked my mum and cousin to post a survey on their social medias to the range of answers filtered all ages, and made the data collection from the survey to be from all age groups, giving me options and views from all angles, which really helped when planning the storyline of the radio drama. The comments I got from my WordPress blog, for example, like I said previously, I collected comments and views from survey responses. These responses were both positive and negative opinions on the drama. I found that the more negative comments that I got were actually better for me, because this allowed me to see what areas of the drama needed improving and what the suggestions from the audience I was able to change and improve to make the drama, suggested ways to make it a better listening experience for everyone. I also received comments from my classmates and a group of a target audience of listeners during a listening party we had for Femme Fatale. Everyone got a sheet supplied to them, which they could write both positive and negative feedback to the drama. These sheets were then given back to me and my group, so we could see these areas and how to improve the issues highlighted by them to make the drama better. These responses were altogether very crucial in the development of Femme Fatale, as it gave us a second opinion on the drama, giving us evidence of things we had done well and things we need to improve upon, which would further the standard of the drama. Then it came to my photography and the poster planning. The post photography side of the drama came into effect when we needed photos for our poster. I knew these images needed to be high quality pictures, as they would be the first first opinion and first view of the drama that listening audiences would get to see, so they needed to be taken into in a way that made them look professionally taken. This meant we would use the photography and TV studios in order for us to get the best looking backgrounds in the photos. This was crucial and took over a week to accomplish this, as I struggled to get the right photo that popped out to the audience and what caught people's eye. I therefore decided to collect 2 photos and bind them together to give a strange and ordinary photo, which would portray the drama and make audiences stop and look at the poster when walking past it to understand what it truly is about. Then, during my editing process for Femme Fatale, my skills have developed so much since the first time using Adobe Audition. Firstly, I'd never used the program before, so I had no skills leading into the recording and editing stages of the coursework. Therefore, learning how to use the studio and editing itself already improved my skills to how they already were before I began. Then, as I went through the drama, I picked up advice and tips by other classmates and teachers on how I could improve my drama. For example, one of my classmates listened to my drama and said a section would sound better with the fade in on the sound effects to portray to the audience the woman walking into the room and standing over the body, and us as the audience being in the body hearing the effect. She showed me how to do the fade in and out on Audition, which increased my skill level on the program, as I was able to use the effect multiple times throughout the entirety of the drama. This improved my skills as it gave me a skill I did not have or know before starting the editing stage, a skill that helped me throughout the rest of my editing stage as well. Another example of my skills I learned was learning how to crop and cut up sound clips to get rid of unwanted sound. I did not know that there was a tool for this action, and so I struggled with doing this until my media teacher showed me the tool and how to use it. This helped me throughout the rest of the editing stage, as I was able to clean up and get rid of unwanted sound in my clips and not waste time on wondering how to accomplish this task. Then, when it came to the creation of my poster and my double-page spread, I used a variety of technologies in order to accomplish this, like the use of photography, Photoshop, InDesign. Firstly, my use of photography skills were very lackluster, as I'd not really needed anything to do with photography and normally just taking photos on my phone. I knew, however, that the photos for my double-page spread and magazine were important, and so I needed a high-quality image. Luckily for me, my phone has a high quality camera, and I was able to take the photos on there and still look as good as it would maybe on normal camera. Then, when it came to Photoshop, I'd already used this in my previous AS coursework and roughly knew what I was doing with tools and processes. So when it came to editing my photos, for example, I knew how to use the spot healing tool, and I knew how to crop images and change color layouts on the photos in order to make the photo the best it could be to the viewing audience. This saved time, as I'd already used it in the previous year. But a skill that I did learn in my A2 year was how to balance the vibrance of colours, a thing that I had struggled with in my AS year, and really developed and learned and found very useful once learned in my A2 for my poster and my double page spread photos. Following the editing of my double page and poster photos, I then transferred them to my InDesign, which I'd also used in my AS year. This is where my poster and my double page spread was put together. And like I said, in both circumstances, I'd done the exact same poster and double page spread in my AS year, and so the tools in InDesign I was able to use. knew and I'd come to grips with in my AS year, so relearning how to use them and how to use InDesign was not as difficult as I thought. An example of my InDesign skills was my use of how to bring a photo in from Photoshop but not make the photo blurry. This is something I had struggled with in my AS year, and I needed my teacher to show me how and learn how to press buttons and scroll in, making the photo not look distorted as it would normally if you did it the simpler way. This helped the look of my double page spread and photo and double page spread and poster, because it allowed the poster and double page spread to look more presentable and more professional, a view that the audience might like to see from a high quality radio drama. Then when it came to editing my radio drama and recording it, I had to use the studio, another piece of technology that I'd never used before. This took about a lesson to learn the basics of how to do it, and then a couple of weeks I learned as I recorded my characters. As each character was different, learning how to set the microphone levels, how to start a recording, how to finish, how to set up a recording track and a multi-track also was needed, and all was shown to me by my teacher, which helped. The one thing I really did appreciate was learning how to balance up the volume levels, and learning that they did not just have to stay in one place for the whole recording, and how you could change about and maneuver them however you like to suit the balance for the voice actors who are being recorded for you. This allowed me to balance up my voice actors. For example, I had a scene where one character was louder than the other, and mid-scene I was able to pull the volume down of one of the voice actors to balance it up and make it sound like they were the same volume, when in fact they really weren't. All these features allowed me to cope with the studio, as I was a bit nervous to use the studio before learning all these features, but once learned, I was able to cope in the studio very well, and ended up spending most of the time in there on my own recording the voice actors for our radio drama, which was a variety of different people, and so learning these skills allowed me to make the process of recording quick, fast and simple for them, to not just waste their time but not to waste mine either.